Today we're going to take a look at probably the most important tool in Canvas, and that is the Rich Content Editor. In Canvas, the Rich Content Editor is the main tool used to present information and media to your students. We're going to take a look at what the different features of the Rich Content Editor are and how to use them. You will find the Rich Content Editor all throughout Canvas. So you'll find it in the Announcements tab, in Discussions, in the Syllabus, in the Quizzes tab, in Assignments, and in Pages. I'm going to use the one that's in Pages, but the same tool set is found in all of those different features. So the first thing you would need to do is give your page, or whatever the item is that you're creating, a title. And then down here you've got all of your different tools and your media functions. And one thing you'll notice in the Rich Content Editor is that you actually can find the same tool in a couple of different places. So I'm going to show you first what is in all of these different menus here, and then we're going to get a little more into detail in a lot of the same items that are down here, but I'll show you how to actually use them. So the first menu here is your Edit menu, and this is where you can undo or redo something that you've done. You can also cut, copy, and paste, and then this is the tool you could use to select everything that is in the Rich Content Editor. In the View menu, you'll see the full screen button. So if you have a lot of typing to do or a large amount of text to paste, you may want to make your screen larger so it's easier to see what you're doing. To put it back to the regular size, just click View again and click Full Screen again. Now Insert, this is where you're going to see a lot of the same features here that you see in this toolbar. So I'm just going to kind of go over them quickly, but I'll actually demonstrate how to use them when we get to this second row. So you can insert from here an external link or a course link. So an external link would be a URL from somewhere else. A course link would be something within your course that you are linking this page to. You can also insert an image. You can upload and record media, and you can also insert media that you already have that is stored within your course. You can insert a document, either uploading it or inserting it from another place in your course. These are your equation tools. You could insert a table. This is your embed tool. We'll talk a little more about that a little later. And this would just be if you wanted to insert a horizontal line. Now your formatting tools. This is where you can change to bold, italic, or underline. You can do your superscripts and subscripts. And this is also where you'll find your formatting tools. You also can change your font from this menu here, as well as the font size, the alignment, and the direction the text is going. You also from here could change your text color as well as your background color. And then this button would be to clear all the formatting within the Rich Content Editor. Within the Tools menu is where you can do a word count. This might be something more helpful for students if they are trying to submit an assignment or discussion with the required amount of words. And then this is where you can find your apps, and we'll talk a little more about that when we get down to the bottom row here. These are the different functions for putting a table into your Rich Content Editor. So as I mentioned, we've got some things that are redundant here. So your font size, your paragraph or headings, your different types of your bold, italics, underline, the color of your text, the color of your background, and so on. But we're going to start here with our link button here. This is where you can put a link in your course, either to an external URL, or you can link it to elsewhere in your course. I'm going to start with the external links. So let's say that I want my students to visit a website and read an article there. I can just copy the URL from that website, wherever the link is that I want them to go. And then I'm going to click on this link button, and click this external links option. I'm going to put the link down in the second field. And then in the first field is where I am going to put the friendly text. I'm going to click done. Now the reason that we want to put friendly text in here rather than just pasting that URL into the page is because if a student is using assistive technology like a screen reader, that screen reader is going to read out this entire long URL, which is confusing, cumbersome, and kind of a waste of time. Instead, provide the link within the friendly text, and then the screen reader can go right to the link and read that description rather than that long URL. The other type of link that is found here is going to be a course link. So the cool thing about the Rich Content Editor is that you can link a page or assignment, whatever it is you are working in, to any other place in the course. So let's say if I am making a to-do list that I want to put at the beginning of a module, I can put all of the links to all the places that students need to go within the Rich Content Editor. So if I'm wanting to make sure that they review the Chapter 2 outline, I can select that link. That's a page I want them to view. I could put that they need to participate in discussion number 1. I could even link to the announcement and to the test that they have to take at the end of the chapter. So anything that is in the course, I can link to. I could also link to a file. There's a few different places that you could do this. So if I already have a file in my course that I would like to link to, I can find that in my course files folder, and I can put that into my page. The next tool here is what I will use if I would like to put an image into my Rich Content Editor, and this would be to upload an image from your computer into the RCE. So I'm going to click here, and it's going to pull up my computer. One thing you do want to take into consideration, again, you may have students that have some type of a visual impairment who are using a screen reader, and you would need to provide what's called alt text so that students that can't see the image clearly or at all are able to understand what the image is. So just a brief description, including any text that may be in the image. So then you'll click submit, and there's your image in your page. Images that are already loaded into your course can be found in your course images and selected to put into the Rich Content Editor. You could also select images from your user files. If you are ever saving an image and it's asking whether you want to save the image to your course files or user files, always save to your course files. Your user files are not associated with any specific course, and you have much less storage space in your user files than you do in your course files. So this is your media button. If you were going to upload a media clip from your computer, this is where you would click to get your file. And if you wanted to record yourself talking, you can do that from here as well. So you click the record tab, and it will use your webcam and your microphone to record a talking head video. The very first time it will ask you for permission to use your microphone and webcam, and then when you're ready, you'll click start recording. And when you're finished recording, you'll click finish. And then you can either start over or click save, and it will embed that video right there into your page or assignment or whatever it is that you are creating with the Rich Content Editor. The next item here is your documents. So this would be your files that you could either upload a new file from your computer, or if you would like to see a list of your course documents, this is another place that you can do that by clicking here, and it'll pull up all of the documents that are in your course. This next button here is your external tools button, and you can see the external tools that have already been embedded into the Rich Content Editor here. Here are some more formatting options again. And then the last thing that I do want to show you is how to put a video from an external source like YouTube into the Rich Content Editor. This button that kind of looks like a cloud, this is where you would put an embed code for a video that you want to embed. I'm going to use YouTube as an example because that's probably the most used, but Other sites like Vimeo, also you can find an embed code there as well. So I'm just going to click on this video here, and you're going to click on the share button, and then instead of just getting the regular URL, you're actually going to click this embed button, and that's going to give you the embed code. And you can just click copy, go back to your course, paste the embed code there, click submit, and that will embed the video right into your page. One other quick thing about the Rich Content Editor is that there is an accessibility checker. And so if you want to make sure that whatever you have in your page is accessible, you can always click on this accessibility checker, and it's going to check things like, did you provide alt text? Is your contrast good enough for someone to be able to read it? Is your font size large enough? Those types of things. So there you have your Rich Content Editor.